never actually played cash while the series is going on. I've heard it's very, very different than when it's not going on, in the sense that it's actually good.
Heard too.
Just feel it out.
See how it is?
He's in there.
Go from there.
I'm feeling like that's going your way.
Raise from Optimize.
Is
We'll
that
get a
marginal?
call from Barber,
Well, I better see bet flop then.
as well as Evan with Ace-3
Got
suited.
position on me though.
Trying to see flop too.
And 2 pair here for Optimize. Top pair for Evan. Gutter ball for Barber. Backdoor spades. A little something for everybody. Check from Evan, and Optimize is going to bet 100, and over to Barber. He'll let it go.
Good for me.
Hey, there's
Oh, he's still in the. He's still in the.
I didn't see. I don't think.
I didn't know he was in the hand.
Okay. Oh, he's going. Yeah. It's nice.
Thank you.
Nice hand, buddy.
It's like.
How much did he put in? I'll give you your bet back.
270.
How much was it? How much did I make it? Free?
3
4 $4. $80. $80.
Oh, look at that.
What's that?
Actually, you don't have
$4
to.
$20
Just
straddle.
a real strong hand.
Good sport, good sport.
Huh?
You don't have to. You don't have to do that.
Do what?
They can just try and block it. But hey, his ass so strong.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if he jams his whole stack, I mean, like,
Blake's got it. Blake's got it.
yeah.
Or not. Bitch.
Huh?
Hand number 40.
Yeah,
The Bill
if he like
Bates.
looks at my hand and then he just like jams his stack, like, I mean, it's gonna be really awkward. You just let it go, you know.
JY going to raise
no
up
idea
King
who's in
Queen.
Queens for John.
There's a real premium.
Yeah, have we seen aces or kings?
I don't believe we've had
We've
aces
seen
or kings.
queens.
Yeah.
And we've seen a lot of deuces.
John's going to 3-bet 250 and get called by Steady. His ace jack. We'll go heads up to a flop.
I tried my best.
Jack in the window,
Oh,
as
wow.
well as top set for John.
I bet 100, like I was betting into
Andy,
160. I was betting into 240.
Pulled his hand
Milky
towards
bet.
his torso
I
and
don't
then
even
threw it
know.
away from his torso with cards in it really quickly. That was a smart aleck answer. Fulfill my smartassery of the night.
So got a bet from Steady. John raises and Steady calls pretty quickly. Big pot brewing here. Both players pretty deep.
Not one. And that's okay. You're going to lose to one person. Might as well lose to
8 of hearts on the turn.
Pretty inconsequential card. I mean, 9-10 it brings in, but it's not tremendously likely. Eddie's gonna continue. See what John does with. Oh, he immediately snap raises. The min raise though, 600.
Yeah, it's kind of
700.
back-to-back min raises. A little interesting.
We got a big pot brewing.
Oh, an ace on the river.
Oi, oi.
2 pair
That's a
now for
reverse
Steady.
cooler there.
Probably thinking he really only loses to ace queen
Yep.
or king 10, obviously.
Now John is going to make a big comeback here from what started off as a very rough
Oh,
night.
if that was with or without the coke.
Instead, he's gonna put a $700 or $800
I couldn't tell if that was-
bet in.
I'm gonna come back and you're
He's
gonna have to
gonna
ask
put
me
raise.
in, or I'm gonna bring you the coke.
Looks like it was a jam. No, no, didn't put it all in. Didn't get the button from Paz.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
$2,100 bet from John, called by Steady, and that's $7,000 going John's way.
Bringing John all the way back into the green. A $3,600 win for John.
Shut up, bro.
He has been waiting for that hand ever since the early going.
No idea.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you got to let poker come to you at a certain point.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll flop top set versus a river 2-pair and get paid off.
Yeah, top two. Well, ace and jack, not top two. That would be ace queen, which would have been even more of a cooler.
Looking at
So that has been our hand of the night. $7,100 pot going John's way, bringing him back, being 3K down, being in the green now, I believe. I'm almost positive. It had a couple of times that won small pots with big holdings, and now crushes that flop.
Yeah, I had that earlier set and no action, and then
That actually took Eddie
Now you know I have to order
deeply
2.
in the red.
I mean, 1 is just.
And John, all the way, he's $740 in the green now. So it just took him about half of our live stream to make it all the way back from being 3K down.
three bet from Rishi with Queen 8 suited.
Whole bunch of black cards so far.
Hey, can I please get green tea, lemon and honey? And can I get the Southwest bowl, please? Can we get
Optimize folds and over to Charlie.
or scrambled eggs?
A call with his suited ace.
Well, let's see if Charlie folds
Thank you.
like Devin does the ace-3 based on this flop.
Oh,
And I would
big
say
flop.
not likely. Gut shot to the 4 and the spades. He's got all of this. Unfortunately, he's not going to make much money out of it. Does get the ace.
And turn stop pair and Rishi drawing
And
dead.
Very, very sneaky check here, maybe just to find out if Rishi's holding a better ace. Rishi is going to bet it. As you can see, this is already a lock for Charlie. So he's going to just float this. Out of position. Pretty blanky card.
And 9 of diamonds doesn't change anything.
Good check by Charlie. Wants to see if
Yeah, Rishi-
Rishi puts him to the test, and he's going to.
Knows he can't win if he doesn't bluff, and he's going to bluff.
Looks like 430, 425. I think Charlie has to make this call.
Yeah, you don't love it for sure, but yep,
Yeah.
he flicks it in. Nice hand, Charlie.
Charlie
there.
is solid.
Yeah, Charlie playing great.
Yeah, he's making the right calls, making the right folds, making the right moves. Other than that, he sucks.
Yeah.
Good job, Charlie.
Wow, what a terrific turn for you.
Beautiful everything.
Yeah, turn to everything.
I saw the flop. I was, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Charlie now in the green, just a little bit.
You want to take a bite?
Too much.
Barber's still holding a commanding lead.
They call it Eastern ribs.
It is possible the night before. I've done it many times. Can't do it.
Do you have $20 straddle on this hand from Mr. Charlie? Optimize is going to raise it up with King Queen.
Let's just play. Come on.
That's how I feel. Oh, it's in the hand. If I were him, I would
Mike, I'm assuming the King 10 is not very
for
good.
sure.
A lot of times eliminated.
Oh, you're giving me that.
Like,
You were like, this is fishy as hell.
you're not calling it.
I'm not sure if Optimize wanted Barber to call there or not.
Yeah.
I think he.
Smaller and much smaller.
I
Be funny
probably
banter.
had the best hand, but it wasn't nutted or anything. It wasn't.
You live in
I
your
didn't have a
prime.
pair.
King Jack would have been
Oh, really? Well, okay, you're ahead.
Barrel turn, barrel. Barrel turn, barrel. I'm repping 8. Repping ace 10 plus.
Full 9 raises to 60.
Jacks for Evan.
Jiggity
That's what you
jiggity.
had? No, I had king queen.
Uh-oh. Steady Eddie, ace queen suited.
I had you by no. See, good. Looks like
The King Queen or that Queen Jack.
Yeah, he'll
Pretty
raise
classic.
it up.
It felt so good right there.
Jack, which is
I
almost
had you
always
both dominated.
like
Instead, I bet you both off your hands.
Yeah, back to Evan. He's only got 800 behind and
All right, we all are welcome.
flat
Maybe
here.
small size, type them in.
Huh?
Maybe small size, type them in. And hit a king.
You know what? I'm happy with the $40 or whatever. I'll take it now. You know?
Oh, and set up Jack. What?
$40.
That cooler
Myself,
for
some,
Steady.
some rims.
Top pair,
Yeah.
great kicker,
Yeah.
and middle set for Evan.
and a rainbow board. Oi, oi,
I mean, you
oi.
can't blame
Eddie
her,
is willing
though.
to set
Oh,
flop.
yeah, you're the best.
I like
Yeah,
both
Evan.
times, yeah.
Evan gonna get the full double.
Same set.
Oh, they're good. They are good.
Evan's our big loser so far tonight. Very much like
I
Ron,
love
with
you.
his expensive Eddie.
My hand, I love you.
He's going to go green too.
So he's got
Just a
more
smooth
behind, it
ball.
appears.
Yeah,
Evan
that's
does.
true. He doesn't have much
It's a little
behind.
weird, right?
He'll come
I mean, and
over
they
with that.
pile it up too, just like asking you
Both
to
are
dig
blank.
into it with your
He's
hand.
got to still think he's
It's not
good.
even
The
a word, and they
board
give
is
you the
completely
sauce
rainbowed
outside.
now. No
Right,
straights,
yeah, so
no
you can
flushes.
make a bigger
King
mess.
5 is
Yeah.
there, but that's not even in the realm of possibility. Eddie's going to make a value bet. Looks about half pot, 450.
Okay, thanks.
Looks like Evan's got around maybe 1,100, no, 1,200, 13.
Yeah, that number behind is not correct. That 405.
Yeah,
He just made a
got
$450
more.
bet, so ignore that. He does have money behind, and we have us a large pot, and it's getting all in.
king of clubs on the river.
Might slow down Eddie a little bit. He does lose to Ace King, which is in the range of the way this is played out. The player that's been fairly conservative so far.
Really
He
nobody.
does jam for the remaining. It's showing 1750, which is not the case.
Now gets the call from Steady.
We don't know exactly how much this pot is,
Eddie.
but that is all of Eddie's money. So it was obviously more than the 1270
You're setting
that
that
Eddie had behind.
Someday.
So that pot number is
Okay,
not
yeah.
correct. We don't know exactly how much it is.
I mean, jeez. You just get that's two
Boy,
coolers
just
in a row.
running into flop sets both times with top pair. And then in the case of the previous hand, top pair, middle pair, two pair. And that, you know, I always say that that's the hand, those two pairs is the hand you lose the most with, and it's the hand you win the most with, money-wise.
Andy in chat saying Steady has no luck today. I could not agree more.
Yeah, I think that pot was larger than 2816. But we're not real sure.
Oh, yeah.
What else you get here?
Pretty lucky.
And Eddie is gone. I don't know if he's gonna add on or what, but I would suspect not after getting cooler twice like that.
Yeah.
I might head for the door. Sometimes you just say, "Yep, not tonight."
Yeah, you gotta
I
give it a
fell in love
little
with those
time to
ticket
get the
strips, and
mindset
I
right
end up just
after you
ordering
take a
over and over
couple of
again.
those on the
But
chin.
I'm starting to realize I gotta explore the rest of this menu. There's just too much good stuff.
Yeah, I agree, Andy. Go home.
Decent sourdough breakfast sandwich.
I would get the
Really?
1942
All this stuff sounds
peel off the
good.
top shelf. That'd be a nice one. Go out and kick
Fried
it
chicken
free.
sandwich?
He still has a 10. I should have played on, I guess.
They don't ask, don't tell.
Might be drinking the 1942 out of a fruit jar. That was just rough.
What?
Are we gonna have another pay?
Yeah, but you only have it for how long?
Ace king for optimize. Ace jack for
You
Mikey.
have it for a year?
$50 raise for optimize.
60. You do.
God, nobody else with really anything. Mike, ace jack. Three ways to a flop. Ooh, and ace high flop here. Top pair from both Mike and optimize. Rishi completely bricks.
And backdoor spades as well, which would be really unfortunate for Mikey.
The guy who just got up, or?
Mike bets, optimize makes the call.
Decent.
Eight of diamonds on the turn. Pretty safe turn card for both players.
Why do you ask?
About 1/4 pot. Bet from Mike. Call from optimize.
Yeah, we'll put it in.
This might get a little bit ugly at the end. 200. Mike's keeping it small. Doing some effective pot control here. Just 1/4 pot bet, 1/3 pot bet.
All right. I probably have the best hand, but I don't know. Yeah, I do. All right, I do.
That was a very congenial hand.
You're not a comfortable
Could have been a
self, no.
lot more heavy-handed. Maybe the Eddie effect is like got everybody a little scared.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he leaves out bet,
Maybe
and then
before,
goes
right?
bet. Do something. You take
Two raise, they go out. Then
yeah. Well, what you did, you priced yourself the whole way, and I just accepted your price the whole way. He's like,
guys-
this is how
you
much
guys
this
wanna
hand
do
is
another
worth.
Nick game?
That's what I bet.
Yeah.
And I
Nick
just have
game?
to call
Unless
you.
they're gonna sit somebody real quick though, right?
But I couldn't.
I don't think they are.
Well, optimize just
If you don't
described
let
it
me
pretty
bet,
perfectly.
Yeah,
guys,
he
that's
did.
more.
And it shows a lot of respect between the two players. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't
Mikey's
feel like I
was
had raised.
exercising pot control at the level that made optimize less aggressive
Blake,
Yeah.
and a little
Nick game
more
next
concerned that he's getting taken to Value Town.
Yeah.
Evan, you good with
So,
Yeah, ace 10, two pair
yeah,
sets.
yeah.
Get caught up with the action here.
Alright.
Mike folded a pair of fours. Bit interesting, and Barber's just going to take down a tiny pot. We'll go to a bump pot. Not sure all that action was correct. We'll just pretend like that last hand didn't happen. $25 bomb pot, double board PLO.
I don't think we're inviting one out.
158.
We've been playing. Less, yeah, you're right. Less than 158 we've been playing. About an hour 45.
Well,
Well, everyone, this is hand number
Hopefully they
46.
reboot it.
Paz still in the box for just a little bit longer. I think he's got about
I want to see what all
7
you
minutes left on his
what all
time
you
with us.
clowns have.
All the
And
contenders.
this is TCH Social in Austin. I am Uncle T here with Whammo, my Podna, my Frank Gifford, my Jack Buck.
Joe Buck. I think you did that last week.
Well, Jack's his dad. Who was
Oh, we did the same
yes,
thing
we
last
did- yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
do this. We're both hiding our own Easter eggs here as we play a bomb pot. The Joe Buck that makes me Troy
Yeah.
Aikman. That is money. We've had a good night. Halfway through the stream, we had 5 hands.
Yeah, some exciting action.
3,000 and over.
Unfortunately, it's been mostly devastating coolers for Steady Eddie.
Chop up his money.
He's one of the
Yeah,
nicest
okay,
guys.
chop
We
up,
love
chop up.
Steady
Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah, and the thing about Steady is he'll let it roll off his back.
I'll chop it up.
Oh, yeah,
It's
he
up to
will.
you, or I'll
But-
play. Completely up to you. I'm
He
kidding.
has set
You
of
decide.
queens.
No, I have more. I have. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
no,
to
you're
get-
good. You're good.
That was. Those were both
Hey,
actually good.
yeah,
in my hand.
that's
The nuts
totally
drop
good.
from the bottom so far. He
but
does
I
have a
checked.
spade
Okay.
redraw, which we really
I will
like.
have to bet because it was good for my hand too.
Yeah,
Really?
optimized with some
I don't
scoop
see how that's
ability.
possible.
Yes.
Yeah,
I will have to bet.
he can hit.
How much is in the pot?
What can he hit here?
I will have to bet
I guess
half.
he can hit a 3.
Yes.
Yeah,
How much is there?
a 3 and 8. Or oh no, he has the 8. Never
He
mind.
can hit a 9 as well.
Or 9. Yeah, that's what I was looking
I'll
for. The
bet
top
250.
end.
Yeah, the top and the bottom
Yeah, I just said 7.
gutters.
That's all, yeah.
9, 8, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
That's what
Good
that's
for
what-
optimize.
Yeah, what I was gonna bet.
So we got this going on right here.
Look how much we're
And
doing.
then we got. Well, check it out. But we
Yeah.
got this
Teamwork.
too, right here, right? You
I
see
mean, what am I
that?
supposed to do?
Oh
And
yeah.
he's playing with
gotta
his food
Oh,
right
he
now.
got
Oh,
he
we
got the
definitely gotta
9.
love that bitch now.
got him
Hot.
out.
Did you say pot?
No, he did.
Hot.
Yes.
Oh yeah, now the it just
8-5.
switched.
Very
Yeah.
bad.
It's bad for me.
I'm scooping this motherfucker.
They probably
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So he has pretty much got a lock on this. 3 actually makes his straight.
Need a
You
minute.
can choose any
It's already
two.
there.
That's
You had a
generous.
little card confusion there. The ace.
I mean, if I don't,
Those two. First two. This side.
So
Yeah.
First
uh,
two?
I don't. Yeah, he's got the 8-6, which he said from the beginning, which is still not today. And he's got pretty much the second straight on the top. It could be 8-10, could beat
You
him.
got it. It's fine.
The fact that straight stayed
Makes
good
a
is
huge bet.
amazing.
Rishi's like, I am not playing this set of queens.
You just show him that you scoop him.
So big win for Optimize. Scooper.
Yeah, big pop for optimized.
No, I mean, I'm scooped. I'm definitely scooped. There's no question. After those two.
Those helped me as well.
What was good about the turn for your hand?
Pretty good. I had more outs.
Did you have
Flush
flush
draw
outs? I had a flush. How big was your flush?
Big.
Okay, well you had me on the flush
Yes.
outs.
Not spades.
Okay. That's why it was good
Big.
for me too, but
Okay. It was good
Yeah.
for both of us. And I had top set.
it was just to tease you so I could get to the river.
No, I believe you.
Did you?
No, I don't
You
think so.
can't just keep getting straight. Oh, we're starting this hand. Make game.
I don't know.
Can you pass?
Did you want it? They said Nick Games Live, Strata.
Could you pass out the buttons? Pascal?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like
great.
mid game will be starting up.
You got money to pay now.
What's the smash card, baby?
300.
300? 300 smash card. 1 3 fold. 4 fold. 5 raise 6 fold 40. 7 fold. Time's up.
Raise from Charlie with a student connector. Rishi will call. Five deuce 8. Amazingly, one of the best flops you can have if you hold 4-3. He is now open-ended. Rishi will bet. Deuce on the turn. Changes nothing.
Charlie looking to get rid of his knit button earlier this time. It's a pretty good bet, 175. 3/4 pot. 2/3 pot. She does fold.
Nice bet from Charlie.
Yeah.
Always nice when you can make a bet like that with nice backup plan of a strong draw.
Well, you can see some of the food in the background that Rishi has just ordered. You saw some that Blake just ordered. I'd like to encourage you to get on the website and look at the pictures of the new menu items. Chef's come out with some new dishes that I think are just awesome. He kills them every time. And of course, I'm always going to tout the cheesecake because I love that freaking cheesecake. Get the chocolate and the berries on it. Come down to TCH Social. here at Anderson Mill at 183 in Austin. If you have to drive from Pittsburgh, the food's worth it. Don't know if it's worth it from Andy's home or from Charlie's hometown, but
I think I called, right? Call,
that's a bit of a drive.
Oh,
Gut shot for John that Mike blocks. Ace 3 is ahead. 7 gets there for John. He's taking the lead with third pair. He's, as he's wont to do, out of position, going to bet it. And he's probably going to get this through. Looks too much like 8-10. Mike does make the call. Mike has the 10, so he's open-ended, and he's not afraid. He ain't afraid no nuts. And Optimize has just enough to continue.
got to say.
So an ace, a queen, an 8, all would be really, really interesting cards. 8 would give 2 pair to John and the straight to Mike. And now Mike takes the lead. I'm sorry, 8-7 gets there. So yeah, that card was a bingo card for John. He makes the straight. Mike likes his second pair, but that's too straighty of a board. I think he's going to give it up. Especially to a value bet. Nope, he does make the call. And Blake says no thank you.
Whoopsie daisy.
Nice win for John, who's well within the green zone now. Probably up about 800. For sure, that's straight out of my brain pan.
Slide that gutter right up in there.
Once again, I'm going to remind everybody that we have a tournament coming up the 13th through the 16th. It's our summer kickoff. 100K guarantee, $300 buy-in, 6 flights, 3, I believe, turbos, 1 on Sunday morning if you can't get here on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Yeah, John's 1.1. He's actually doing
I
better.
looked at one card.
than I thought.
It's okay.
Am I good?
So come down and join us tournament. Our tournaments have been killing lately. We never have an overlay.
It's
We
medium.
always have more money
Mediocre.
in the pool than
Let's
the
say,
men.
let's say
It's been
like
another example last night playing the PLO. Josh has just done an incredible job getting our tournaments into the level that they're at. Even our daily
The other one.
bankroll builders are doing well and not having overlays. So if you're a person that is free in the daytime, which I am not, come down and play our daily bankroll builder. My kid's top pair with a good kicker. Doesn't really have anything anybody else can call, but backdoor hearts for Barber.
Could I have a Coke Zero when you get a chance? You're the best. Thank you.
Oh, you got to take the net button
Mikey
back.
takes it down, and we're on the head of the 50.
Oh, it's the worst. You got off easy, bud.
No,
You really
don't
did.
have-
Barber's been out
Dude,
front
you
this
had a-
opening
like a
round,
good 10
and
seconds.
Optimize now has
Yeah.
built up a nice stack. I had a rough week, I believe, last week. I'm remembering that anyway. John's up, Charlie's up, just a little bit. J-Y's even. Steady, who's just departed, go home and have a tequila. The big loser today. John's made a big comeback.
Nothing says sorry like a set of jacks.
A lot of speculative holdings so far.
Like a set of jacks.
Everybody's giving up their junk. Still playing the knit game. Only had a couple of people. Optimize has got the real hand, but he's got nobody that can play with him. Rishi, who's the most likely to, did raise to 35. So he's going to come over the top. It's like 175. Can't tell exactly.
Yeah, me.
You should let me have one
You
easy.
bet
Always have.
178.
I mean, showed you those 2 cards. You could have let me.
Right, pretty much.
And actually, Rishi takes the lead with bottom pair. Backdoor hard draw. And Blake's going nowhere. Sorry, Optimize, my buddy Blake, is going nowhere. Still nothing. Like saying the 9's close enough to my range to bet. Sticky Rishi. Paz rolls out the final card, which is another blank. Rishi's got 2 pair, crushing ace king. This is why my buddy Rob calls ace king just a drawing hand. As pretty as it is, suited and everything.
I win.
You think? I think I win.
Okay.
I love that. Rishi says, I win. And he's right.
Oh, come on.
I suck.
Come on.
Kidding.
I'm snapping you too. It's
I
gonna be a
know.
snap.
That's why I suck.
You could have bet. You could have bet one of those orange chips. I'm snap calling an orange.
I know. I even thought about it.
Oh, you lost the rally there.
These two play with each other enough to be able to banter like that and have a good time. Albert! My buddy Albert. We back, boys. We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. You know that song?
I don't think so.
Paul McCartney and Wings.
Oh, I do like some Paul McCartney.
Really? And
It might just be maybe you're not a good jukebox.
I am not a good jukebox.
Oh, no chance. Okay.
Raise from Barber. Get a bunch of calls and 5 ways to a flop. Queen 9-7. Top pair for Mike and Barber.
Hey, Rishi, you're eating so healthy now.
John will bet with middle pair.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
Get a call from Mike.
only choice. Here.
That's what Barber wants to do.
Oh.
A little scary when you have a weak top pair and you get a bet and a call ahead of you.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he lets it go. I can't blame him.
I can't either.
And in fact, had the worst of it. Good fold by Barber.
It's going to be a little sticky. And gets a call by Mike. And
What?
maybe repping a 7. He could do something here, but it looks like he's going to go check,
Yeah, I
check.
do.
Yep, Mike's got to throw down value, and he's going to win with the queen.
Because they're like,
Well, I'll say that. It says check, check.
bones
Yeah,
inside,
Yeah.
it did go check, check.
This is a bone.
I wonder if Barber stayed around long enough to see that result. He would have actually
Yeah.
You
chopped.
saw it.
Yeah.
You saw the hand.
That's 7.
No, there's no line.
Of course, it's not a
Only
huge
fold-
pot.
only fold.
Not, yeah.
Yeah, actually,
I
think
actually
you can-
gave up on
if you
a
want,
bomb pot
maybe
hand
you
where
can
I
find one
actually,
there, you know.
or sorry, not a bomb pot, a double run out board, the 3-way all in. I was so disgusted with my call.
Don't be so angry.
I just knew top wasn't good on a
You
pretty
don't have to.
wet board. And afterwards, my buddy texted me and said, you know, that side pot that you had for $90, you would have gotten you would have chopped that 45. But having just donked off in my mind $475, I did not care about the fact that
You weren't even thinking about
yeah,
chopping the small
yeah,
side.
yeah, because the guy that ended up winning the hand he had a combo draw and he ended up hitting, so I was so disgusted.
So only Charlie, Rishi, and Mike without their knit buttons.
Yep, getting thin again.
What I got.
Yeah, Charlie, Mishi, JY as well. Oh, you're saying
But just the
and
ones
John,
without, yeah.
Charlie, Rishi, Mike. Yeah, Eddie doesn't count.
All cards.
Most
10
players
pair.
still with the button here.
Come in, swash.
Came down to Evan and Barber
Before.
a couple games ago, maybe.
As Jesse gets in the booth,
Wash complete.
This team has both great dealers.
Commence.
Both have a problem with rolling out those turns and rivers on an all-in really, really, really fast.
Yeah, they can both be pretty
Eddie on
quick.
the Jesse on the other hand, we've got him
We haven't
well
had a
trained. He will slow it down for
Dramatic effect.
dramatic effect, especially in tournament final tables, which we'll have here on the 16th. Please join us. Sometimes they can be a little bit late, folks, but my understanding is that it's the only thing we're having is that final table. We'll get down to a final table on Sunday. So sometimes they can go a little bit late, but it should start nice and early.
You got
Should
me.
be a regular 6 o'clock start.
got
So
position,
mark and
baby.
calendar the 16th, our 100K
For sure.
final table.
As you should.
Top 2 for Optimize.
I think.
Top
And
pair for Barber.
Bottom pair
Bottom
for
pair
Rishi.
for, yeah, everybody was something.
We've had a lot of these flops where everybody's getting a piece.
Yeah, we have.
That didn't work.
It makes for a nice, well-rounded
Maybe.
pot.
We try again next street.
But now the straight comes in, but
How big was it? How big?
Barber picks up backdoor spades, and that helps his equity considerably. He was drawing very thin.
yeah.
Please.
And
Work
Rishi
on me.
keeps a jack,
I have ace, jack,
but he gives it up.
ace, whatever.
Optimize doesn't love this board so much. The straight's already there. Queen 10 or Queen Jack is there. You know, 7-6 is there. 7 Jack is there. There's a lot going on. This is a brick.
Yeah, Brick River and Barber probably thinks he can show this down. I don't know why he would necessarily bet here. Yeah, he'll check.
Yeah, makes the right decision. And Blake's getting showdown value as well.
9:15 or 9:10.
Yeah.
Might make a stab at it though. Try to extract value.
Oh wow, he's
and
going to try to
overbet.
look bluffy.
Yeah, he has a lot of confidence in this hand. Anybody with a straight here is never going to check, so he feels like his top 2 are good. There are some instances where sets are going to check because of the connectivity of the board.
Are you hanging here?
Not often though. I mean, you
staying here?
really don't put anybody on Jack Queen here.
Like
I can totally relate to whatever thoughts Barber's having. You're just
Good fold.
thinking, oh, he's totally just buying this pot. He had some draw that bricked,
That's where you got to have no pride.
and I'm going to look crazy for folding top pair, but he was right.
No. You know, that's where the guys that like Barber that have played Caleb's played the live stream so much. He's not going to let the fact that he's on live stream on YouTube affect his decision, and he's also going to not be prideful about a hand. He's too good at that. And he'll be gratified to see later on when he watches.
Yeah, he'll be real happy when he watches it back. So John has folded 8-4. Evan out of there. Mike as well. Optimize. He'll raise 10-6.
But you didn't raise it?
This is the one.
It's just special in its own right.
Like we're 3 ways to a flop. It's going to give Barber a gutter to a wheel.
Check.
Oh man, what could that be? I won't speculate.
Actually, it'd be to a 6
I will
high
in my
straight.
own mind.
Always angry. The dealer.
Nobody connecting with the ace high board
The other guy.
other than the gutter for Barber. And a pair for Optimize. Middle pair.
Like I want my picture on the whole pot.
I had a pair.
There's good.
Ducks?
Optimize will win that and I believe loses
thinking
it.
it might be like
Or maybe he had already
threes or like
lost it.
So like
2-3?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
You
There
got
we
it.
go.
They do that.
Okay, that makes
They do
sense.
that. Well, it's just
The nut non-raise.
I've been waiting for like 3-5 suited.
Just see if I can drum this up a player.
Those kind of.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Yeah, I guess we have
Make
had
you a
two
lot
have
of
seat
money.
open. Be with you guys until 10 o'clock Central tonight. Another hour and a half plus. Thanks everybody who is watching live and if you're watching later on YouTube. Hit the like and subscribe. Helps us gain viewers. Get a few more each week. So welcome to any new viewers. Very glad to have you.
Can you sell me those flies?
This is TCH Live from TCH Social in Austin, Texas. It's our regular Wednesday 5-5, usually 10-20 straddle game, uncapped. Most players buying in between 2 and 5K.
Check.
Double board bomb pot. Everybody sees a flop for 25 bucks. Go quickly to the turn. Don't have equities because the one unscanned card.
He's very new. We played last week. I played for the first time with him.
Got a straight for John, as well as 2 pair on the top board.
Could be playing.
Kind of like king.
And the rivers will result in a chop pot. John and Barber splitting this one up. Back to no limit hold'em.
Like 25 minutes drive. South. What do you mean which way?
3 players left in the net game. You can see that denoted by the red dot next to their names at the bottom of your screen. Barber, JY, and Evan. Yet to win a hand.
Actually the same. Because TCH Social is on the east, on the west, and Logic on the south, on the west. No, the other way. Sorry, west. TCH is on the west, and Logic on the east. It's usually the traffic which increase time. Now, yeah.
Optimize, mixing it up with the 9-10 off.
If I try after
Barber
early, it
appears
would
to have
take
folded
40
Queen
minutes
Jack suited.
from my home to get here.
Oh, we do have a 3-bet ahead of
More
him.
than 40 minutes.
Rishi's King 9 of Hearts.
The traffic is horrible from south to north.
Makes a lot more sense that Barber would have folded Queen Jack of clubs. Ace high flop here. Nobody with pair, so King high still good for Rishi, and he'll bet it.
Yes, yes. I think so.
This board definitely favoring his range, and he will use that range advantage and take that one down.
Good stats for this. They just came off. It's like they have like abbreviations. They're like PFR. What the fuck? How do you know what a PFR is?
On this?
Cornhole.
I don't know the answer to that question.
Back to the action, $10 straddle on and a raise to 35 from Charlie. He's got King Queen of diamonds. Barber will call with King 10 in his nip button. To a flop. Jack, Jack 5, a couple of spades. Not improve either player. Checks around. 3 on the turn. Brickiest of bricks. Barber will bet and take it with the worst hand and lose his nip button. Very nice. Pretty key win there for Barber to get out of the nit game and take down that pot.
Chicken was good.
I think you're
Glad to know.
butt.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'll take it. Yeah,
It's good. You are the
I
button.
guess so. 35. Flat jack.
Rishi's going to raise up 10-8 and get a call from
That would be
Evan.
very
He is
concerning.
trying to get rid of this nip button.
35.
Jack high flop and middle pair for Rishi. He will bet, and Evan, with not much of a leg to stand on, will make the fold.
JY in the game.
What's that?
Look at that. JY's in the game. He's live.
Wow.
Big wow.
Wow.
Big wow.
Yeah. We went from 0 to 20.
Real fast.
It's going to be
No,
40
that's-
next
no.
orbit.
That's
Might
not
be.
every hand. It's every first hand.
Had to warm up. You needed to warm up, right?
This one fine.
Warm up.
I just don't
What is
like
it? What is
people
it?
count me
No,
on
no,
blue.
no.
Charlie will raise it up with a
Belly.
couple of tens.
Good balance.
Hey,
Spade for sure.
don't straddle. We don't like it.
Yeah,
Makes it
so I don't like
75,
Yeah.
and Rishi is folded, and action is now on Barber, who will call with ace queen, and around to Mike, and he's got kings. And he will 3-bet basically well, not basically, exactly a min raise to 150, and gets quick calls from Charlie and Barber. 8-9 queen. Tough spot here for Barber. He's flopped top, and Mike's still in command with his overpair.
How much you playing over there?
It's about 1,300.
I'm all in. Kings?
All in and a call.
Jack? Oh, okay.
3K in the middle.
Wow.
Oh, and river is a queen, giving Barber trips.
30. 30, 30, 30.
Brutal river there for Mike in the 1 seat.
Wow. 30, but.
And big win for Barber. He extends his
See the 10, that's all I want.
chip lead here,
Yeah.
up 4K.
But then no action.
Carry out. 1, 2, 5. 5 outs.
Or you can two ball. Maybe you can two. Maybe
Would have been,
I
would
don't know.
have been.
Maybe two balls. Normally
Tough run out there for Mike. Looks like he will be back in the game momentarily. Certainly cannot blame Barber for putting them all in. Top pair, top
With
kicker.
what? Check if the $100 bill is. Yes.
Here's Mike back in for 1K.
50 quid note. It's like unseen.
And it appears we have a $20 straddle from Charlie. And somebody has kings. I believe it was JY. Get back around to him in a moment.
I guess everything is like
Got a call from Barber. John will raise it up with a pair of fours.
All right. Woke up.
Evan in there, 10 jack.
Let's
Oh, Evan, he's the 3-better to 350 with 10 jack, and back to JY sitting with a couple of cowboys. What a spot for him.
You're gonna be a cowboy. You can be my cowgirl.
Just trying to decide how much to make it. at 2 7K plus stacks and 1 2400.
Oh, dangerous.
Just under 500 in the middle so far.
Big bet.
Settles on 1200, I believe. Yep.
That is pretty large.
Probably expecting some action from Evan here, and unfortunately, he picked the wrong time to squeeze.
Yeah,
and
this is a little bit of a card funeral followed by a fold.
I definitely didn't think. Oh, really? Interesting.
there they go.
Oh, let's go.
Why is
What,
fiscal
man, what a
decision on
guy. He just wakes up
What a
with me.
moment. What a
What a
moment.
moment.
That's
What
insane.
a
What a
moment.
moment.
That's
God.
insane.
And what a show he put on, too.
I know, yeah.
I should raise. I should really raise here. I
Yeah.
don't want to lose the game. What a show. I would have been
Yeah.
baited. I was like,
Go,
please jam
we
it
should go to
off.
LA
Jam it
right
off.
now.
He's gonna fold. You would have sold me with that act. He saw through it or something.
Acting in LA, baby.
JY getting a little lesson on overacting.
What a moment.
Is there any movie coming out?
He thought he
Yeah.
Is
was
there a good movie coming out?
Few more hands.
Robert Duvall, or
No, I don't know.
who is the guy in No Country
I haven't
for Old
watched a
Men?
movie
Tommy
for
Lee
a long
Jones.
Yeah.
But he was just Brad Pitt. Of course, some people like Brad
Say
Pitt.
he doesn't.
I think he's won all the Oscars he deserves.
So JY goes from kings to ace king suited,
Yeah, that's a nice little run.
making it 300 again.
1200.
Wow. And
And Rishi-
Rishi rips it.
Yeah, he kind of reverses the action on him. But I think
Oh,
this
maybe
is,
it was 1200.
Yeah, it was 1200, 3-bet. He
That's a
goes all
problem.
in. JY's like,
Especially when
what?
he goes that quick.
And Rishi has a lot more behind. Those orange chips are worth 1,000
I know how much it
each.
is.
Yeah, our totals have not been accurate tonight. This is pretty close to what, maybe a little bit more than what
Wakes up with it.
Rishi has. We know he has 2 orange chips in front of him.
I think Rishi might have him covered.
Really?
Possibly.
Try
It's
to-
hard to tell how many oranges he had.
Yeah. I thought I saw 2,
Go twice,
and he
once.
does
Yeah,
call.
Okay. You have a
Yeah,
big
he's
pair,
got
ace
2
king.
oranges and about 500 and 700.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, as well.
JY has him covered.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
What do you think
twice.
there,
Twice.
partner? What are you seeing? Oh, okay.
I
he's
think
got
it's 3
3,000.
orange. Oh, he calls.
He did call. He snapped.
Whoa.
He pretty much snapped him. Took about
Huge
5
spot
seconds.
here for JY.
So we're going to have another huge hand. This is a lot more than what is showing. This is about a $7,000 pot.
Got it.
Well, that's very kind.
It's like they're going twice.
First 4 clubs.
Oh yeah, we have adjusted. It's a $7,000 hand. This will be just short of our big hand tonight.
Rishi looking for a queen.
Doesn't get it.
Second board.
Yeah.
Second board.
Ooh, king.
Clubs
But clubs live for Rishi.
does
No health and huge scoop for
Big
JY.
Not getting it.
Ace king
Unbelievable.
versus ace queen.
Yeah.
I can hear Lottie in my head.
$7K headed JY's direction.
Boy, what? That's not a bad problem after the posing of the first hand. Right
Tony got-
before that,
Tony
kings.
grabbed the flat.
Rishi was
Flat ball.
not a believer.
Don't want to take a call.
Kiwi says hi in chat. Hello, Kiwi.
Hey, Kiwi. First time we've heard from you tonight. Not that, we always think of New Zealand and Australia being close neighbors, which is like saying that Texas and Oklahoma are close neighbors. It's not really true. But we do have an Australian in seat 5, if you've not been with us up till now. Charlie, who's done really well tonight. Been played very strong. Not afraid of Texas poker at all. Appreciate all of you in the chat. This is Uncle T here with Whammo as we roll out hand number 63, TCH Social Austin, our 5-5 uncapped live stream from beautiful Austin, Texas, and quite warm at this point. Did you get any rain this morning? I did.
I'm not sure if I did.
Slept through it?
Yeah,
Kings
I
for
may
Optimize
have.
this time.
Oh, wow. Rishi flops a flush and optimize with kings. With the king of spades.
With the king of spades, yeah. He's not going anywhere for any amount. Rishi only having 1590 behind. Just value betting at this point. Tried to dig the hole slowly, or dig out of the hole slowly.
Call for and set for optimize, and Rishi's still good with the flush.
This is going to be painful.
1200.
But that is not that. I mean,
Definitely not.
he beats the aces now. So this large bet,
Easy, I
that's
guess.
basically all of it.
Okay.
1200.
Yeah, it eliminated a group of hands
Yeah.
with a pair of aces, but
He's got big
the
blocker,
looming flush.
a set.
8, 9, 10. She's had, like,
He loses to 10
7,
queen. He loses to any flush.
okay.
He loses to a set. Bigger. The only one bigger is the aces, obviously.
Golly,
Hate to be obvious, but I'm going to do it anyway.
What did we bet last week? 3 at the pot? What's he doing this
The
with?
Matrix just kicked in for a second. We apologize.
Odds, he just wants to milk stuff out of it. He's just got to optimize, I guess. Would you do this with 2 pair?
Yeah, Rishi may go from 0 to hero in one
He
hand.
could have a worse set.
Be a very quick comeback.
We're going to listen in.
So, like, 2x pot. Nice spin off.
How you know? You had on 1,000 straight away. Kings and ace king.
You know, sometimes,
6.
sometimes. 3 hours for 2 hands.
2x
never get
pot.
it.
Really,
It's
bro? Like, I've never seen you do this with
It's
the
jack,
bluff.
it's queen.
So,
For the first 3 hours.
Be a very nice fold.
Well, I tell you what, it'd be an exceptional fold.
How much I have? 3,000.
this is.
No, I don't.
Alright, I guess this is just a payoff spot, I guess.
2,000.
Talks himself into it, unfortunately, for optimize. He'll see the bad news.
Wow.
Spades.
Wow.
Wow.
And a spade.
Yeah, that makes it a little more
What is he gonna
sneaky
do?
for the loser because he looks at what the hand was.
What payoff?
Yeah,
Eight
yeah,
deuce.
8 deuce. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make it more enjoyable. And of course, optimize is fairly unflappable. And he was exactly right.
Yeah, that's
This is just a call. You know, this is just a payoff hand.
Well, and to his credit, actually, I think he's said something similar and called twice previously
Yeah.
tonight, and he's
Yeah.
been right to call those other times. So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's
I mean, he's still up, and Rishi's still down 3K. So, although it was a big hand, it didn't have a tremendous impact. Optimized he was second in winnings. Barber's still up 4K. JY with that big hand, really 2 hands, up 3.7, having stacked Rishi. And we're playing a bomb pot. Looks like a set for Barber. Barber's got the nut boat. Set of queens for Evan. We've seen that folded with an ace on the board on a bump pot before. Ace queen top 2 for optimize. He did give it up.
Over pot would be an increment.
Yeah.
Shoot the turn.
Neither card very impactful, although the diamonds are a possibility now, which nobody has.
Yeah, they were.
It's one thing you always look for on these straighty boards, although we don't have one yet on the top.
Looks like we got a pot-sized bet from Barber.
Rightfully so. He wants to scoop this because he has squad douche on the top. I guess he could hit a 10 to make it straight. Jack 8.
Coming for them.
But we saw that one player had 2 10s, so that's not really likely. And it looks like Evan is going to bet his set of queens.
Oh, wow. And Mike.
If Mike folds, he's going to go into the lead on the bottom with queens and jacks. No,
No, Mike's all in.
Yeah, I guess there's no way. Mike is all in?
Yeah, he just... The graphics have not yet caught up, but yeah, Mike put his whole stack out there, I believe.
With just 15% equity, he would have to hit a king to beat. And that is pretty much a blank blank.
Yeah, Evan and Barber will chop up Mike's money.
Mike needed to hit an 8 or a king on the bottom.
Checks around. Evan and Barber will get the good news here. Biggest profit in a chopped bomb pot
Yeah,
we've had tonight.
Yeah. We've had a couple of scoops that were nice, but
What do you mean? Oh, Jack 4. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jack 4.
Evan with the cojones not to be afraid of the ace.
Yeah, that's just a miserable spot.
I mean, he loses to very few things. I mean, there's just nothing. There's no straights. There's no flushes. And he was aware of it. And said he's thinking to himself, "I got second nuts."
Yeah.
So
If he, at a certain point, and you got to do it earlier in the hand rather than later, but decide, am I willing to just die on the hill that they don't have aces?
Yeah.
And
and all of us have played bomb pots where the person's rolled. I did it to a guy the other day who had the second nut boat, and I had the aces, and there was an ace on the top board for all the aces being accounted for, and you always end up saying the same thing, regardless of the level of player. That's the only hand I lose to. That's what, or I was afraid of that.
yeah.
All right, bro.
Got it.
All right.
Pull kings for John, and he'll take down the small pot.
Wow.
Well, I don't believe we've had aces all night, but the kings have started showing up late.
Yeah, we've had no aces. We're
no bullets.
I remember a stream. It's been probably 2 years ago, where we went all the way to, I believe, hand 90 before the first pair of aces.
You made me pay you off for 2x.
We might be close to a record.
Now
they all think
I think I'm going to call that. Like, it's wild.
Evan's playing one of his favorite hands.
Barber, come on, it's 2. I think it was 2. 2x.
Love it when I talk about myself in the third person. Makes me feel so
2-3, it's, it's all so close.
I feel like it could have been 3. It would have still been.
How does Whammo feel about Whammo talking in the third person?
Oh, I don't even know if I can make myself do it. I had a chance there. I could have said, I don't know if I can make Whammo do it. Set for Barber.
Once you bet flop and turn, you don't have so much behind.
He has it. He has it.
Not a whole lot working here for Charlie. Some backdoor possibilities. That's not one of them.
Check mark.
Maybe his bet can induce a shot
Not
over
to
there.
make money.
Okay, not flush draw. And he has
Yeah,
to call with,
unfortunate for Barber not to get any
That's so
action.
frustrating when you flop that. You don't get much out of it.
Can I get your Coke Zero?
Yeah, I don't think Barber complained too much tonight.
Nope.
His bet
He-
induces
Sitting on almost 8K,
I don't
but
know, maybe.
Did Blake get more food? Am I seeing more chickens? Or is that just Linda?
I believe it's
Can
remnants.
you tell I'm hungry? I'm like looking at two-dimensional food on the screen. And
Getting your stomach's
coveting.
growling.
I am going to walk out of here and order food.
Thank you.
Not right now,
Oh.
but I have a hard time eating in the stream. I see people do it all the time. Like, whether I'm playing or especially when I'm commentating, obviously. But I have a hard time eating in the stream. Charlie's got the ace jack.
Yeah. I prefer to wait until I can just go sit at the bar and have a comfortable spot to eat.
I'm the same
Of
way.
course, yeah.
That's the difference between a browser and a grazer.
Zero.
Flush draw for Charlie.
I don't mess around with.
Not much for Barber here.
The wannabes, Diet Cokes, and the Diet DPs.
Charlie does bet 60, 65.
Zero.
Fold from Barber.
Yep.
39, 49, 59, 6, 62.
Once again, folks, I'm going to remind you that Hijack Poker is the place to play poker online. A lot of tournaments that you can play with the Whammo.
Oh, live tournament.
Scan this QR code.
No, that's
Get a
yours.
referral if you're not on it already. You can cash out at any of the TCH Card House locations.
We can move. Yeah, let's move
In
over. Let's be
Texas.
right in front
Oh
of
yeah,
our-
sure, for
that's
sure,
easier.
no problem.
Oh, good.
You have never
Yeah, I
spent
wanna
a
be
dime,
alive.
have you?
I have not. I used one of the early promos. Got free $20 and spun her up.
The same.
Let's raise.
JY 7-6 suited.
I got the same hand for like.
Appears he had
twice. I think
raised,
I had
and
to play.
no, it's Charlie that raises.
It's not aces.
It's a call from
I got it
Rishi,
just twice.
as well as JY. Queen high flop. Rishi in the lead. Charlie making a pair of 10s on the turn. He'll make a bet here, and Rishi now improves to top 2 pair.
I hope I didn't fold the best hand over here. I hope you could have.
It's definitely possible.
When Charlie Rivers a better 2 pair.
Okay. I can't fold, so call.
And Rishi
Way good.
makes the shrug call and sees he got
geez.
rivered.
What the hell? What a trap over there, Richard.
Got 3. I'll get it.
Seriously. They're trapping.
Lot brutal run
they're
out.
trying to trap me over there.
Yeah, actually,
Trap you, man. That's why we're here.
$700 win.
It's weird. Never did that. Never
The
did
only
that.
reason. Why else would we do?
Okay, oh,
5
gee.
players winning.
You're a professional.
Lucky
Man.
to lose a little bit.
You're a professional.
Starting with Optimize up to Carver up
Yeah, for
4,400.
maximum value.
Oh yeah, I'm straddling. I'm
For
straddling.
maximum
Daddy.
value.
Max value.
Yeah.
That's not max value.
Yeah, like the pot size. The pot size.
I was going to bet a lot more. 40.
On a blank or on what?
With me.
You haven't gotten to hear Charlie's suite of flats in very much.
Yeah, I was.
Like 225 or something.
There we
I thought
go.
I had like the super nuts for some reason.
Rishi 3 betting ace jack.
10s for Evan again.
Yeah, that's fair. No, that's fair.
Had to give him up last time.
Back to Charlie. Not a big 3 bet, but he'll lay it down.
Evan. Why you gotta do that?
King high flop. 10s still good.
Hard to imagine with 2 overs, but they are.
Oh, more outs for Rishi. Brings in the spades.
Yeah, he does have, Rishi does have the nuts spade draw, and he does not get
Wow,
nuts.
unbelievable.
Ace high
10s
again.
hold.
Nice.
Beating all odds. So
And let
Evan,
me tell you, Evan is completely happy with that.
yeah, he cannot believe that those chips are coming back to his stack.
Especially up against Rishi, who's been the most aggressive player at the table tonight.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what if he felt. He felt 350.
Well, folks, you've gone quiet on us. hope that we're still seeing your chats. We did have a little bit of a message there that indicated the chat was turned off for us. We hope that's not the case. Somebody send me a little blurb so I know you're still there.
Is it only going to chop?
Rishi with the real hand now. Ace king suited.
Oh, tilted.
John
Tilt.
Oh, gee.
king queen suited.
Who did that?
I did.
Goodness.
I did.
Raises to 100.
Let's get the Nick game going. Nick game.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
350.
Let's do that.
Rishi will raise to 350 now. And John has made the call. And
Bink.
queen high flop for John.
Bink.
There's no ace on the board, so
Vaults into the lead. Rishi down to
I won't be
just
caught
2
up.
outs. Gonna bluff a bit small here. And John has made the call. 10 on the
now.
turn gives Rishi jack outs.
we start again after I come back from the restroom.
You can see how much the equity is shifted in John's favor with the hearts coming into play.
Brad did too.
Yeah, I don't, tough for Rishi to continue here. He'll let it go. Nice hand for John.
Thank you, Kiwi. Thank you, Carl. I'm starting to feel like a guy in a soundproof room that suddenly feels like he's gone deaf. So I appreciate y'all commenting to us.
Is the stream definitely finished?
I would assume so. Okay, welcome with AK.
No,
40, yeah. Suited.
a little.
Yeah. I think we hit 100, I mean 350. I mean 6 on spade.
Well, folks, we've had some action tonight that we've enjoyed. We've had about 7 or 8 hands that have been $3,000 plus. And the big hand of the night, the ace jack versus the set of queens. John coolering Eddie when he got his 2 pair. That was a $7,000 hand. It's been a good night of poker. Appreciate all of you joining us tonight. TCH Social in Austin. My partner Whammo. This is Uncle T.
Yeah, it appears John just raised it and took that one. So kind of skipped hand 70.
Say padlock.
We'll move along here.
That. Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, this.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was going to put anything in that.
Rishi, suited king jack, is under the gun.
Check. Check.
I guess. Wow, I completely missed. I guess we moved to a bomb pot here. And we didn't have the graphic up for Omaha.
No. Not today.
Maybe we do now.
I say
At JY's hand. There we go.
QA. Can you stack a green?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Double gut shot on one. And deuce on the other.
Come. Yeah.
Looks like Charlie was able to make a bet and take that bomb pot
Oh, no.
uncontested.
Oh, yeah.
So back to Hold'em here.
Oh yeah, big game. Next hand.
Okay.
Next hand, we'll start. Good idea.
And sounds like as we start the
Play more
9
hands,
o'clock
buddy.
hour, in a couple minutes, we will have a new knit game.
Third time's the lucky number.
Has definitely driven some action
Look at this.
that otherwise would not have occurred earlier on the stream. couple of suited aces. Nobody really connecting with this flop. Optimize is going to bet small.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was.
And that is going to be a wheel for JY. Perfect turn card. Optimize bets, and he's going to be raised by JY, and I think this will probably shut her down. Optimize with really no pair, no draw, unless he decides to make a move. Thinks better of it. Good fold. Optimize. Nice hand there for JY. Always a great feeling to turn a gutter.
Oh, you don't want to play? That's all right.
You guys want to wait?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to play.
How you get so blind?
Sack and super fly chick.
Couple of sixes for Charlie. He'll raise it up.
We definitely should have started with Nick Monster. It's a monster into it. It's good against 2 other people.
They use the hub to buy the rocket.
Alright. I am in the scene. How stuck are you, Rishi?
A bit of
Still
despair.
just a little? I gave you a little
Little bit.
rebate, but you still got some work to do.
A little bit.
Evan under the gun with the ladies. He'll raise it up.
No, never been in the pit. Are you kidding?
That's a straddle, right? That's a straddle?
That's a call.
Rishi gonna make the call with ace jack suited.
Slap.
You want some luck, huh?
I do. Need it.
Rishi, look what you just did to the table when you pushed those
Yeah,
cards
I
over.
know.
That big rip.
I've been going
You see that?
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
now.
he did that.
John getting great odds,
Yeah,
complete
no, Rishi just did that.
or
just
in
now.
flop
I watched him do it.
strips. Wow, what a flop for John.
Yeah. It's at least 500, I think.
10 of diamonds on the turn after it checks around. And Rishi has the nut flush draw. Overpair for Evan. John bets 150 and gets 2 calls. Rishi's flush draw bricks. And John is going to be the winner with trip eights. He'll bet, and I think Evan's probably just going to have to pay this off.
Do an 8. No kicker.
Very large, someone.
Thank you.
John will win a nice spot there.
You would have been right.
Better than the 4.
Much better than 4. That would have been second. There are very few hearts I'm going to be happy with. Deuce of hearts is second.
Those are very summable.
Yeah, that's why.
Thank you.
Three. Hard to hold.
Very humble holdings. Looks like Optimize is just going to take it down with a raise with ace-9, which was the best hand of that litter. Jason chat says Evan is card dead. Yeah, he's been a bit card dead, and that was a bit of a cooler or just unlucky spot when John flops trips and he holds queens. Still have an hour to go though. Plenty of time to spin it up.
Like a card trick or like a little bunny out there?
And Evan, card dead no more, ace-5 suited. Reasonable hand to open with, and he will just take the blinds. There we go, Jace. We got one for Evan.
You want to join? You want to join the game? We have an open seat. You want to join the game? We have an open seat. Yeah. Like we are playing 5-5-10. Buying like 1,000. Yeah. Okay. No risk. Okay. I always want to play a floor table. Floor table. Sometimes it's better on the game.
Got a raise to 50 from John, and he's going to be called. 3 spots.
Yeah.
4 ways to a flop here.
Good for the game.
10 high. Top pair for Barber and John.
It's aggressive. Not really. Not.
Bottom pair for Evan.
85 into that.
It's aggressive. I think as long as you're aggressive, as long as a person is aggressive, it's like
I'll
good
consider
for the game,
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Can I have a normal Coke, please? Can I have a normal Coke, please? A Coca-Cola.
Diet Coke, thanks.
7 on the turn. Makes a 4-liner to a straight.
Yep, scary board. Top pair.
Yeah, top pair looking worse
And
by
now
the
2
minute.
pair for John. Now it says a queen there, but it was a 5. So ignore that queen on the right side of our screen. It is not. It is a 5.
Just check back ever, but I checked.
You got straight?
No, I got 2 pair.
2 pairs straight. Oh. Nice hand.
Nobody could do anything on that board. Everything just about, except for the clubs got there.
Always so disappointing when you're in Barber's seat there. You realize you were that close to just taking that pot down.
Yeah.
Little unlucky on that river. That'll get John up over 9K.
Right?
Well, yeah, 9K stack up 2K.
Yeah.
And 79. Jesse doing good work. Appreciate Jesse. Paz was in the box earlier. Kristen, our card runner tonight, producer. Appreciate everybody's effort. Wait staff, the best in the business.
He's,
There.
ran it up.
Thanks, boy.
Jack high flop. Just going to pair Evan. Flush draw for JY. I'm looking for Optimize here.
You didn't catch
Okay,
that.
thank you so much. Which hobby for me? Which hobby?
You didn't catch. I got you. Wow. Wow. Oh. Oh man, I was being a real dick.
Yeah, he was.
I wasn't even
All from
trying.
JY, and he'll turn top pair. So way in front now, top pair and his flush draw.
Offering concierge service.
Oh, that's his.
5 diamonds on the river is a brick and JY.
65.
Gonna take this down.
How did he run it up there?
It's working.
So he would work shift to the diagonal of the luggage board.
King.
And we'll get a little extra value on the river.
He would offer services such as, he'd bring that signal if someone wanted to win on service, he'd bring that to them. He'd cater
JY up
weekends,
over 4K now.
just services. And eventually he started and bought out the guy who was running the operation at the airport. He was working there, then he bought him out. He, always a hustler. And he really ran it up basketball sports betting. Crypto.
$20 straddle on this hand from Rishi.
And that was the real one, but he was always rich. Yeah, yeah.
Pretty hand for New York Mike, who let me know without any doubt today that he was not happy about the coaching change for the Knicks. It was 2 hearts.
Oh, I
in the
bet.
Lord. He was not happy.
Got a couple of flush draws here for Barber and Mike. Mike now turns top pair and to go with his flush draw. Has the field nearly drawing dead. Barber will flick in a call with his flush draw. Heart would be expensive for Mr. Barber. Mike overbets it, and Barber with nothing makes it fold.
Probably less.
Gee whiz.
You can see the big winners, the big losers. Barber's up about as much as Rishi is down. Play 8-handed. Instead he had gone for the evening. Playing the Terrell Owens hand.
In first place doesn't
81, yeah.
I bet that guy can still play.
I bet he could too. Yeah.
On pot. Very similar boards. Not too much. No Broadway cards. Spades.
Bottom didn't move.
You handed it to me, man. You don't remember putting it right here?
Somebody's got to have a set somewhere.
Yeah, you put it here.
Jack for Barber is the best spade draw we've seen so far, and he has a pair of kings.
Yeah, it's like
Love to
mistake.
hit.
Evan, two pair on the bottom. Eights and deuces.
I'm not doing this on purpose.
If JY doesn't have good cards, it's a mistake.
AY, who now has 10-6 to pair.
I'm gonna be honest. I agree with you.
Disconnected board, the total rainbow on the bottom. Queen 5, I believe, is the best.
Because
There, the
from my
spade.
memory,
Barber.
I bought on him for twice, so that's why.
Can't see, it looks like Queen 10 is as good as we get on the bottom for Mike. Jack 8 actually is the best. Jack 8 is the nut straight.
I think, or
I saw Jack 8 in somebody's hand that's rotating through.
And a call.
Oh, sorry, Jack 9 would have to be.
yeah, Jack 9 for
That's
Charlie.
myself. Yeah, Charlie's got the nut straight on the bottom.
He'll chop it up. I don't think anybody terribly excited about their hand.
No, not minutely. Second nuts, the nut straight. Came at the
Don't show
end.
my mom, no way.
Charlie up 625 now after being down early. Optimize a little below where he started in the middle of the pack. Everybody else a fairly big winner or a fairly big loser.
You're drinking mine. Oh, this is so sweet. This one is so sweet.
As we go to the Jason Whitney hand.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
See, I'm trying to stay in your range.
Halfway.
You nailed it with that
You
one.
take.
I have no idea what you're going to do next hand,
You
though.
take a seat, right?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
an
you
old
take a seat.
school.
You want hand
Very
over?
much old school.
Okay.
I may go back to the 60s with that one.
You can
That's
lower one. You don't want to.
Jiggities again. And
Yeah.
Evan playing my favorite small pair. This is a guaranteed set, Evan. It's a guaranteed set.
Here it comes. Guaranteed set.
Yeah,
Should have just
calling for
raised
that
it.
doggy in the window. Let's see it, Jesse. We didn't see it, and we didn't get it.
Yeah, nobody loving this spot. But Optimize will bet it. He's got all the aces in his range, so Evan will let her go.
Smart poker players always know when it's their range and not the other player's range.
Pink flats. Best player. High five.
Optimize up a whopping 20 bucks. But I do believe he was in a relatively reasonable hole early.
Yeah, he was.
So
He was up there about an hour ago because I was talking about how he had a rough week last week and this week was better. So he's come back down to a level. Straddle is on.
and the
There they are.
bullets.
And 83.
Aces make an appearance
And
in
Evan, who's
Evan's
been-
hand.
Hard Ed has got him.
And a kind of nightmare scenario. Evan raises and just gets flatted by everyone. King,
Yeah.
queen, 4.
You don't want to play these against 3 people. But everybody whiffs.
Yeah, nobody connecting at all. Fortunately for Evan, I think he's done getting value, and that's it.
Yep.
Also, didn't find out the hard way somebody had king queen.
Yep.
So
How you doing
there's
there,
a
Nate? Nice to see you, brother.
double-edged sword.
Good luck.
Evan gonna raise up king jack suited. Get a call from Optimize, JY, Barber, and John. 10-4-4. Nobody with either a 10 or a 4. Ace high still good for Barber, and another 4. Bet here from Optimize.
Like a normal code.
The nut low.
It's so sweet.
Yeah. That one's so sour.
Full house.
Wow, and Optimize gets there on the river. It's the 2 and they'll take it down. Barber gets rivered again brutally.
Oh, man.
Barber on a rough run of rivers.
I would be embarrassed to say that.
Oh, man. Oh, I should have bet there. Oh my god, you were snapping. You were snapping with an ace.
Probably up to 200.
That was a clear
Up to
bet.
200 is
I let you off the hook there. I was so relieved when I
An ace
saw
jack.
it.
An ace jack.
Couple of nines
Yeah,
for
so nuts.
Mike.
I mean, yeah, nobody's checking a 10 on that flop.
Company,
Uh,
Jim K.
173.
He'll be 3-bet by Optimize, holding ace queen.
How much was it? 175.
Seen the 4s quite a bit tonight. Rishi's going to come along.
Yeah,
See if he can
another
set mine. They haven't hit yet.
appearance of the 4s.
played against. And
So we got a good pot brewing.
Oh, Mike Rid just rips it.
Wow.
Optimize calls and Rishi priced in makes the call as well.
385.
385.
No, you brought like a 4
Mike short
pounds,
stack
450.
decides it's worth it.
45.
Kind of a tournament
You
player
brought 45
here.
today.
Maybe I'm a little 200.
To a flop.
Oh, wow.
Wow, top pair for Optimize.
That is the worst board that Mike could ever see.
Yeah. Open ender for Mike. He does have some ways to get there.
You need an 8 or a king.
Rishi knows he's dead. He's out. And Optimize needs to fade 4 outs.
Brick.
And does.
Take care.
Sounds like Mike's gone.
Like that'll be all for Mike tonight.
So we're going to play 7-handed for the last hour.
I believe this may be the start of a Nick game.
I think he brought the
Indeed it is.
Passing out those high quality mid buttons, especially in the box. Folks, I want to remind you once again the summer warm up, June 12th through the 16th. I think I said 13th to the 16th, but Thursday is the 12th. $100,000 guaranteed, $300 buy-in, 30K starting stack, 30-minute levels, 40-minute levels on day 2 and the final table. We have 2 flights today, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. And a turbo, I said 3, but it's only 2, 10 o'clock on Saturday night, 9 a.m. on Sunday, with day 2 being on Sunday. Day 3 will be live streamed with the Whammo and I.
I don't like
Monday,
people
the
telling me what to do. Okay.
That's why I said don't put it on under any
We'll come to
circumstance.
play, and if you can't get there on the final table,
I can't
we want you
out-level
to be
you.
there.
I can't out-level you. You're not letting
then watch, listen, learn.
Got a raise. I'm getting the graphics caught up here. So to an ace high flop, it appears Evan is bet and taking this down.
If you say Vegas,
Nice
plays
bet and
more
take it. Just 8 high.
Yeah, a little blind versus blind
say
crown.
much
Yeah.
tighter.
Yeah, even
Always
for
better
that
to be
kind
the
of
big
games,
blind
like
and get
literally
picked.
1-3
Stab at
at the
it.
lodge.
But I guess there's more stakes, so it's fine.
Not much. They'll bring like 2,000. But at the lodge, sometimes like at least half the people would bring like
Raised
1,800
Charlie with a
pay
couple of
for-
sixes and Richie
Actually the same.
3-betting queen 10 off.
Jack 9 and Jack 9. Both suited.
Yeah, call from Optimized. 8-5-4, couple of hearts.
Not bad for 60s.
Yeah,
Good
definitely.
shot. He senses it. He feels it.
Is she out of there? Nicely played.
He did the.
Charlie will take it down.
Highway robbery.
The thunder from down under strikes in.
Also,
Charlie becoming a chip factory. I just got the eye roll for my partner.
also,
It's
also, I think the daytime
Come
game.
on, man.
The daytime game.
Come
is so
on,
bad.
man.
That's all right.
Yeah,
That was almost
you could sit
good.
there
That was
while
almost
winning.
good.
Yeah,
While winning on nickel.
I got
I sit there for
90%
5
there.
hours,
yeah.
um,
I give you
was
some
even.
credit there.
And then as night, the game is much better.
Makes sense.
Yeah. To start, yeah. There's more variance.
Samir,
Very nice.
John, TBO. Your 125 kilo seat is available on table
To a bump pot.
TBO.
We just played a bomb pot.
John, Samir, table 10 for your 125 kilo seat.
It wasn't that long ago.
It did seem to come back. I guess. Well, we're playing short-handed. If they, that's yeah.
See, that's why you are play-by-play king. You get this rolling in your head, all this logic.
John's got 2 pair on the top board. No, not sure if he does not have 2 pair. That's been changed.
Yeah, looking for the 2-4, but I don't see that.
That's 25.
Kings for Evan. Jacks for Optimized. Neither one of them.
Barber and Optimize are the
Diamonds
winners.
are there. Looks like Jack 7 of Diamonds is in play. Can't know it.
Queens and 8s for Barber, I guess.
Looks like it. I mean, there's no 9 Jack anywhere. The Jacks
Yeah.
are soaked up by Optimized. They're going to chop a small one.
Queens and 8s are good for Barber.
Two pair on the bottom.
Well, 4-7. Yeah, 4-7. Yeah, the Diamonds beat the 4-7. It was a good card, probably, but wrong color.
I was so sure I was the Huckleberry right there. But I wasn't.
You did misread your hand, so does that still make
I'll
you
be your Huckleberry.
Well, you gave me a good price, sir. I would have called with the 7-4. I could have quartered. You know, you can buy 2 bloomin' onions with the green chip.
You know, something about a man that's on a keto
Thank you.
diet,
There you go,
his
sir.
mind wanders to food that he can't eat.
Evan with aces. Yeah.
I think he was taking a shot at Michael or
I mean-
Charlie's Aussie-ness there. I don't think the bloomin' onions are that popular in Australia.
I don't know. I just thought it was, it's a fun fact of the day. Now we know.
Yeah,
2 blooming onions, $25.
yeah, $12.50 each.
I wasn't sure what the going rate is.
And probably Charlie's the only one at the table that does know what that is. This is a huge bet. Looks
Yeah,
like about
so
$1,000.
Optimize raises, Rishi flats, going to go set mining, and Evan now aces. He makes it 1,000.
Yeah, I like this play a lot. He does not want to play. He had to play
Thanks
aces
for the information.
four-handed,
Received the information.
and
Why would you
didn't
do
want
that?
to do it.
You know,
At 3
after-
colors. This time he's closing the door.
You were calling
Yeah.
GFI call? Really?
He profits $800, and it's
And without the net game going,
I made
yeah.
a pretty big fold. What'd you fold, Rishi?
Third one. Got a pair.
I did too. Yours was worse than mine.
that's when I wish we could have a rabbit cam in here.
He just,
Would love to see what the flop would have been.
Mm. Yeah, that would have been fun.
I didn't feel like playing for 2K.
Well, so you're the numbers guy.
Uh-oh.
3 pairs, 4s, 10s, and aces. What are the percentages when one of those hits a set on the full board?
It's not a good
Oh,
hand to
but
sniff
3
the
different
set.
players have a set,
3
or
different
have
players
have
a
pairs.
pair.
I mean,
Mine?
and what's
One
the
of them
chances
hits
one of them
Always
flops the
sniff the
set?
set.
Sniff the set.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sniff them out.
hold on. I think
If I won this stream.
it
3,
would be
4,
Well, he got
No, what doesn't matter.
I win.
7 hands,
Uh,
right.
That's fine, right?
3 or 125 kilo
6 out.
3.
I folded pocket 10.
Fortunately, we have a boring hand going on.
Yeah, that's
But we'll get back to the action. Um,
Hey, I'm not-
I think it's probably in the neighborhood of
It's a big laydown.
20-25%.
What are you gonna do?
This feels like one of those
So,
spots where
yeah,
you go.
start with the 7 hands, the 14
All
cards
in.
out.
He snaps. turns
6
over
of the
pocket
remaining
queens,
cards,
You
38.
go home. You know?
Remaining
So I said, you know
cards.
what? I'm gonna live to
Oh,
fight
you
another
did
day.
it that way. I just
And
I
Rishi will lose
I
252,
took the likelihood
so-
any
Little bit,
player
little bit.
flopping a set in a given hand and just tripled it.
Yeah.
I have
I
like
think
a,
it's about 12.
I have a partner in the loft.
He does.
Okay.
Yeah. Today I have a partner.
It seems low to
Normally
me,
you have
but
Well, 6 into
if somebody in the
38
chat
goes-
wants to try to
goes-
figure that out,
Usually has a
Just
partner.
it goes. I guess it's about 16% because 6 goes into 38.
Is that a homosexual
6
orientation? Or
Usually.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
So divide 100 by
it felt
6.3.
a little homosexual?
yeah. Top pair for Barber.
Have been known to make homosexual slurs and comments. And stuff.
Sometimes.
John with a couple overcards.
Well, not derogatory. I mean,
Pretty bricky turn,
it's
and
like it's like if you fold to this river bluff, I'll suck.
Barber
you off.
bets and takes
That's
it.
not- I call that homophobic.
Top top.
It's more of a
Gonna win. Barber's got a great stack. He's been the chip leader since probably hand 7, 5 or 7,
Really having no pair?
and not necessarily the chip leader, but the chip winner.
Yeah.
Up almost 5K. Great night for Barber.
Yeah, huge night for him.
I don't know.
What's up?
What a call. No ace, no king.
Of course, 2 of our players busted out. New York Mike and Steady Eddie both had rough nights.
No, it's 11. Okay.
So it doesn't look like much.
I'd
The
like to
table's
raise.
lost much in the way of chips, but
we're
that
gonna
is
go to
not true.
$40.
We lost 2 players, big losses. Eddie, who was up consistently all night. Mike, who didn't get a chance to play a lot of hands.
Can I see your hand?
Yeah.
Probably the VPIP is lowest for Evan and
You
New
want
York
to
Mike
see your
for the
hand
night.
like that information exchange.
Yeah.
You like
Gut
to? You
shot.
love to?
Actually, double gutter for optimized. The 7 of the 3 can complete it.
Yeah, JY with not much really.
You say no.
Thank you.
You say no. You offer for that, and then you say no.
Thank you.
Because I flopped the hand. I can't possibly show you a card.
Okay. Okay. No deal in the future. Because I say yes.
Ace. There are 1 species available on table
Good to
2.
see you, my man.
And Barber's out. Barber's like, I got my money. I gotta go to my honey.
Sorry, JY.
I'm gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say a moment
Do
ago
the
that
40.
I don't think I've ever seen Barber with that big of a stack.
Okay, one
I mean,
time for
that's
It's not one time. If you
That
owe me
was
20
yeah,
times.
yeah.
There are 1 species available on table
But we are
So I'm
down
sure-
to 6-handed. This has turned into a home game.
You can't say one
And
time.
Optimize is acting like this at
I
home.
always say one time.
Adam. There are
Well,
1 species
definitely
available
should
on
ramp
table
up.
Action.
Can't play
Raise, re-raise?
6-handed
No,
with a
it's a
low
straddle.
VPIP,
Straddle,
No.
call.
That's true.
Oh.
or you should at minimum
All
increase
right.
it
All right, I respect it.
some percentage.
Man, I wish I brought money. I'd go out there.
Play after stream.
No, just go out there now.
They did. Yeah.
Oh, just
if-
oh,
if you
actually
guys
play
had-
on
If it
this.
had been raise, re-raise, I'd have felt like I needed to.
I
make
thought
it.
you were talking about post stream for
But
some
since it
reason.
was all
Top pair for
passive
John,
money, it just wasn't worth it.
pair for Charlie.
Interesting. A good lesson. Learn.
That's the bluffing number, isn't it?
Rishi not working with much. John will win.
I had 9-5 suited, so it's
Looks like he bet particularly large. Not totally sure. Yeah, these bomb pots come around really quick.
That's pretty good.
Can you imagine being on a first date though and having to tell her that
Yeah, let's
you're a
hard.
couple cornhole player? It'd be a little odd.
It would be.
King, king, 10, first
think
board.
I don't think you're getting laid
10,
that
8,
day.
4. Couple of clubs on the second board.
Tough.
You're gonna have to wait a
Evan's
couple
got the nut
dates.
flush
You're
draw
gonna
on
have
the
to forget
top,
about it.
A little tough.
as well as
Or see
trip
the trophy
kings.
wall or something.
Pretty huge hand for Evan
Yeah,
Yeah, you,
on
you
the
better be the best in the
top
world.
board.
you're gonna.
And on the
You're
bottom,
far professional.
Evan has turned a straight.
Freaking great. There better be some accolades to show.
He has a lot of scoopability. 6 ways even.
Let's go, JY. Some of us are stuck.
Evan comes out and bets 150, and JY mulling it over. Lets it go. Quick fold from Charlie as well. Rishi out of there. And no action for Evan. He had a scooper.
Anyone here have to leave, or can we do a Nick game?
Does win
Yeah, I'll play.
about 150 bucks in that bomb pot.
Play?
Sure.
Or do you have to leave? If you have to leave, don't worry.
No, I don't have to leave.
Up to you. Alright, let's do it then.
I mean, I guess
Unless we're stopped, we might be done
stream's
now.
still going on, right? Or is it over?
I think are we done, or are we still
I
going
wonder
on?
why Barber left. He just had to go early
We
tonight?
just have to go.
He never goes before the stream's over.
Yeah, I mean, keep it 300.
What's that?
Yeah, keep it 300. Just play one hand.
What's the bounty on this?
300.
We said 3, right? Okay, 300.
Correct.
300 splashy.
This is not like playing this
So
hand.
$300 bounty paid by the last person with your yellow nip button or a red dot next to their name, which will be appearing on your screen momentarily.
That's not surprising when idiots people don't want to play the Nick game.
Yeah.
Couple of kings for JY
Yeah, I mean, I believe.
in the straddle.
Yeah, you don't.
Evan was a sport.
I would play
Don't worry.
if there's like a.
Wow, everybody folding. Nobody with much. Folds all the way around.
Hey,
Yeah,
there
maybe
he
we can
is.
play with enjoy.
Definitely. This one's for you, baby. This one's for you.
So top set here for JY after a 3-bet is called pre-flop. And a pair of 7s only for Rishi.
60.
JY has him drawing nearly dead
Oh boy.
already. Some hope on the turn for Rishi. Flush draw now. And JY checks as the board gets a bit straightened out. And Rishi is going to semi-bluff. That's nearly pot.
So, Charlie?
Not much.
You feeling better?
Call from JY. Four-liner to a straight, but JY's top set still good. Just a terrible run out for top set.
I have to say, so big.
Check, check on the river.
Oh, minimum.
Yeah.
Nice pot there for JY.
Mini game already. I play so many mini games. It's not about that. I just don't want to play a short-handed mini game. So I play mini game every time.
Big D.
G-Money's fun.
G money.
Oh, it's still on the stream?
Jeezy money. Jeezy.
Okay.
Cheesy.
When is it?
Hey, are you hiding
Hiding out.
on the run?
What's the... Well, if he's on stream, I should probably buy him more. Okay, yeah, I'll get
They're gonna think you're broke.
I like to be matched.
Oh,
yeah,
he has some cards.
35.
That's an open.
Graphics caught up to the action here momentarily. Rishi has raised a couple of 8s.
Oh yeah.
Got a call from Optimize to an ace-high flop.
Is there any like a
Rishy's
package?
8 are still good.
That was a call before I put the. Okay.
Optimize with call.
I guess it's getting late.
Queen of clubs on the turn does give Optimize a few more outs.
Yeah, you can just
9 hours.
15 on
9 hours.
Needing a king or a jack.
You're listening, right?
Makes the call.
Me,
5 of hearts instead, and Rishi good here at Showdown. He'll take down that
This is just
5 red. And the
small-ish pot.
green.
I gotta head out soon.
Yeah, let's do the deal. 99 for the.
Yeah, you heard the deal, right?
ATG,
Just each of us.
your 1-3 seat is available on 1.
Well, we do have a player coming in as seat 1.
AGF.
Don't know who it is yet.
Hey, Richie, if G want to do the mid-game,
Here's this G Money actually just showed up on the
I really
graphic
did think
there.
it was
G
good
money,
there. I
there
just
you go.
wanted to disrespect you by saying I don't have
2.5K.
anything and then showing the winning hand with like King 4. You know how much I wanted to win with King 4.
It's possible. It's possible.
I figured you'd give up on River. And I didn't think you herald off with 3 overcards.
Right?
That's it. I'm just.
G is playing for big.
Next in.
Oh no.
Oh, your fault.
Yep.
That is not.
Oh,
a
that
raise.
is not good.
Camber, what are you trying to do, G?
Well, welcome to the game, G Money.
Come out here.
G Money brought his
Just
G
gonna put my
Money.
hand around it. Does that make you nervous when I do that?
Middle pair on an all spade board. G Money spreading his money all over the table.
Push it.
Oh, is it a straddle?
And Optimize with a major air ball here. Let it go.
Makes a very nitty fold. Well, folks, as G Money corrects his monetary mess, hijack poker, play poker online and earn real cash.
Can we
Can we
get rid of this guy?
App is up and running well. Shout out to Jeff, my buddy,
If you win the first hand, you're
Why did
not.
you
running
leave
that
so early
show,
today? What's going
running
on?
it well. It's a great app.
2 people got stacked? Did you do it?
Get on there and play. Lots of good daily tournaments, Midnight Madness tournaments, all sorts of stuff.
Not drinking tonight, huh?
And I know there's money to be made on it because we have a lot of employees to play it.
Yeah.
I'm like 20 then.
Yeah, you'll
Too late. Oh, you're right. Oh, okay.
often see times people on their phones at times.
Yep.
Here in the card
The thing
room
is because
playing hijack.
It all came up at once last night. That's why
I
like,
can't
you
do
were looking
that.
fine until like
I have done it,
last
but it is not
minute.
preferable.
And, like, you had that hand. you had
Optimize
that
Ace
went all
King
in, and, like,
raises it up to 50.
as soon as the guy called, you like as you run into the restroom.
10-10 Jack and
That's fun. That's fun.
gutter ball for Optimize, still way ahead with Ace High.
I don't remember that, but
Yeah.
that sounds fun.
You will bet 30 and win.
Well, we broke 100 hands, as you'd expect.
Quite a scene.
Short-handed,
Was all
just in
concerned
the
for you.
box. That always is going to happen. What's your estimate? We got
20-40? 40-80?
6,
81.
10
You know,
after, we got about
if you put the
40
80
This guy's
on,
gonna put the
you do the
80.
160.
No,
You
no
can't refuse.
chance.
He has a
If
tough
you do
I
the
always do this
160,
to you
you
about
might even
45
go all
minutes
in.
ago.
It's possible.
Yeah.
How many hands will we get to?
Small blind.
It's hard to get the 20 out of JY.
And 101.
Yeah.
If you can get him to do
As
the
always,
20,
Whammo is
G-Money.
very thoughtful about his
my
estimate.
respect.
Do the 20
Uh,
and get action.
You can't get him to do anything. He's got control.
I'm gonna
He just
say-
doesn't like to be controlled. He's a man who thinks for himself.
9.
9
9.
hands
If you even
left
get all those chips, you win them?
in 40.
Oh, what's the final tap? So
Yeah, you think we're going to get to 110?
110.
Dude, I think we're going to get to 118. This is Jesse.
That's true.
Oh,
He's going to
family
hand.
ball.
All
It's
right.
going to be a hand every 2 to 3 minutes with Jesse. No, I think 115 is the number I'm going to pick.
You want me to swear?
All right, I'm 110.
I'm going over. Yeah, East
Top
9.
pair for Charlie and John.
Then not
Middle
even.
pair with G money.
Oh yeah, sure.
Hands that you're in.
Oh, this is good. Yes. Thank you so
$250 bet from Charlie gets called by John.
Optimize minimizes his loss and gets out.
8 of hearts on the turn gives John the flush draw to go with top pair.
He keeps getting the flush draws on the turn. He's had a few of those
Okay.
tonight.
Charlie will check back.
And a blank.
And blank.
Oh,
river.
A6. No, the 2 pair for John. He
Yeah,
hit
2
one of
pair
his
actually.
outs.
Yeah, would have been.
Wow. And as always, when he gets the lead, he knows it and he bets it.
Thanks.
Kiwi's going to go with me, 115.
Oh, Jesse.
I've got the down under vote.
Jesse,
I've got the
Jesse.
Southern Hemisphere vote. All Kiwi needed was coffee for clarity and intelligence to seep in.
This would be the hero call of hero calls. We'll let it go. And Charlie find a fold here. Getting pretty good pot odds.
Kiwi, are you rooting for the Aussie to fold here?
It's getting 4 to 1.
Yeah, ace 10.
Actually, a little more than that. Lee, G money making a splash. Yeah, that was. He started off with a splash
I was
pot.
curious.
And
I
wow,
did not.
John
If he was behind me, I would have called.
gets paid off there by Charlie, and
Yeah.
he's up over the 10K mark for his stack.
Great river.
Well, as we said early, get down early. You got a long time to get back.
Yeah.
Come back all the way, I want to say, to the second place.
That's a great day for you, bro.
Down that much early, down 3K. So a $6,300
Yeah.
swing.
Yeah. But you're not down like, and the G's is like great.
He's played well. He's been fun to watch.
feeling, though.
Does
You play yesterday night.
interesting to get to know a new player's style.
You know, you go around the table and you've got optimized the most entertaining, talkative player.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go around the table. JY, which is, his own style, height, but aggressive when he has it. Charlie's been great. Rishi, the most aggressive player. That's
I need
John,
to get
the
revenge from
fastest
you,
player at the table.
Yeah, he has been quite. Yeah, it's true. I hadn't even,
Decisive.
I don't know if I thought about it, but yeah, you're right.
Evan probably the most card dead tonight, but he's played very solid.
Sorry, I don't know.
Here's
what to say.
7 for G money.
Was Queen 10 good?
Queen 10, yeah. Already had it.
Set of jacks for Rishi.
That's good. It's probably good. Check.
Sevens without a friend for both JY and G.
Oh yeah, JY's got the other 7. Ooh, and set of 6s for John on the river.
Maybe like
No flushes. Queen 10 would be the best hand on the bottom.
Oh, you have
Yeah, so
seven,
Set of
Rishi.
jacks
Yeah,
are going to
better.
take it for Rishi. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, Rishi and JY will chop her up.
So
And a better kicker? No, 9 feet. I don't understand.
Nine.
Or,
Nine.
sorry. Yeah. 7.
Yep. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
survive, dude. So
9-7.
If you
you
are,
better
then
keep your freaking
I might
beat
need
pip up.
to, dude.
You better keep your beat
Is it
pip
every
up.
30 minutes or every what?
I hope. Yeah. The more bodies, the better.
Extra
The more
dollar
bodies,
goes
the
to
better.
JY.
Embarrassing.
Very appreciate
Yeah.
it. It's really only 2 big winners tonight. Optimize kind of float in the middle, as is Charlie.
No, 10 is big.
Of course, we had
Last
Rishi
time,
Yeah.
way
Rory,
behind
everyone just
$6,000, and 2 of our players, New York Mike and
Induce more action.
Eddie Eddie,
for sure.
busting out
All right, then
completely.
keep the 20 on.
Okay.
All right.
It's been a good night as the bullets show up for JY again.
Raises to
So everybody keep
75.
20 out.
Looks like it.
call from
should
Charlie.
Very
Quickly.
quick call
Show us
by
how it's
Charlie
done.
and Rishi. Rishi got the fours probably 5 times.
Well,
tonight,
it's
seems like.
Rishi. He deserves a set finally.
Yes,
let's
let's give Rishi a set here.
he's
in the
been
hole.
diligent about putting money in the pot with his small pairs, trying to flop sets.
Yeah, and he's got to be thinking, I've got to hit one of these eventually.
And this is a semi nightmare going 5 ways to a flop when the aces, but not really when you get that flop. You've got an overpair and the nut flush draw.
And JY is not afraid of this board with the ace of diamonds. Rishi with the only other diamond in play, a very small one.
Yeah, optimize with. Ooh, optimize improves
9-7.
2 pair.
Takes the equity lead by far. He's got half the equity on the table.
Oh, you
And this is what happens when you play aces against 4 other players.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get 2 pair. And the pot's going to be reasonable because of the wetness of the board here. See if optimized bets.
And then coffee.
I mean, we've got the 8. You need 2 diamonds, overpairs, Jack 10 sets. I mean, he's got about 13th nuts now. But he's going to make this call. This is not enough to get him off this pot, 275.
Yeah, I think 2 pairs
Doesn't feel
good
like-
often
Doesn't feel
enough,
like I
but
missed my diamond draw.
I don't
piece.
know.
That
You
feels
just
like
so many
off
hands
this
that beat
ace
you.
so much, please. That's what that feels like. Does not feel like I missed my diamond. All right.
I didn't miss my time.
Huh?
I didn't miss.
You. I literally can't
Hey,
tell
why?
if you did or didn't.
I
It's
did
the fold
miss
from
my
optimize, so
diamond.
he'll
Did it? You said
I
Did.
that
I
pot.
did.
Did it?
And JY lies right to optimize his
you got
face like
bluff.
he's been on television. Told him
No,
he made his
Yeah,
diamond.
depends what he has. Depends what he has. You have
Yeah, I
nothing.
was just thinking in
or
that moment.
No pair, 1 pair.
I can't recall
No,
how
I
often
had
is it
You
that
got bluff.
somebody wins a pot with aces that got
Yeah.
cracked.
Yeah. You got bluff.
Rarely.
Unless you had king
That has to be
8,
super
1
rare,
diamond.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have
But we
1
just
diamond.
saw it.
How many times do people
No, I
make
don't have
aces
ace. I
lie
don't
to
need
the
to lie
player
to you.
that they're playing on the
For
live
like-
stream with
I don't
and
need-
turn their
it's
aces
not big
into a
part
flop?
of
That's
Yeah.
really, really rare.
Yeah.
You like being lied to?
Lie to me, daddy.
I don't
Okay.
see much of it either.
I did.
Raised
I have a
risky.
bet. It's like
8-5
I have a bet
suited.
over there.
For me, really tough.
Ace high flop.
80.
Well,
Better for Rishi. And he bets it and takes it.
Yeah.
I did.
No sweat.
I'm glad I did. No, I don't.
She were you yesterday. Yesterday was a good game.
Well, folks,
Yeah,
we're
but-
winding down for the evening as Nick comes in to wait on the table. Part of our wonderful staff, hardest working man in the building.
Good game. It was not a bad
This
game.
is
No,
Uncle
no,
P.
you can put
with
his
Whammo.
put his five in. Yeah, put his
So I
five.
can only put
Put it in.
This is our 5-5 uncapped live stream from TCH Social in Austin, Texas. Appreciate you staying with us tonight. Catters, you were quiet, but we appreciate you being with us all the same. It's one thing I am never, and Whammo is rarely, is quiet.
Raised from John. He's got king queen suited.
revenge.
It's a call from Charlie with ace 4 and nice flop for John. Top pair, open ender.
Takes it down. Yeah,
Backdoor
I'd say that, but
spades.
you're very quiet at the poker table. Very quiet.
I kind of have 2 modes. I either talk a lot or not at all,
Have I just not seen
but I
you
don't
talk
have
a
like
lot?
a middle. What's that?
You have the on and the off. That's it. Huh?
Kind of, yeah. I don't.
People, every time I'm quiet at the table, people will take me aside and say, "You okay, man?"
Well, that would be. I would do that also if you did that.
I'm like, dude, all I do is talk all day. Sometimes I get to the poker table and I have run out of words, which is
Yeah.
a lot of words for me. You know, a famous writer who wrote
Oh, what's going on, dog?
from Mars, whatever,
Yeah.
said that women have about 25 to 30,000 words a day, and men have about 15 to
The hand was that good. He
20,000.
knocked them out.
I'm definitely on the women's side of that. I have a lot of words.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's kind of awesome that poker, though it's a social game, But if you do just want to go do something, kind of be in your own head, thoughts, whatever,
Yeah.
you can do that too. You're not required to interact in
No, not at all.
any way. Rishi takes it down with ace king.
It's like going to the park. You can go to the playground and be with the people, or you can sit off in the corner by yourself and still be in the park. You know.
Yeah.
It's frankly the only thing I object to, or that I find non-fun, regardless of whether I'm serious or not, is what I call a table full of funeral directors. You know, where everybody is just
Yeah.
dead quiet, and that drives me a little wacky. Probably why I don't like the tournaments as much.
All day play, G? Isn't Tuesday meant to be an action day with the play all day thing?
I think there is more people on Tuesday, yeah.
More people on Tuesday.
Couple of sixes for Rishi. Makes the call. He's going to try to flop a set for what
So
it
we
feels
stack
like
the
the
most
25th
people
time.
When did you start cold calling?
Rishi has been a small pair boy tonight.
Love that. You've done
Yeah,
that
he
before,
just
right?
hasn't been able to connect.
Yeah, so
And
many
Oh,
times,
now he gets
like,
four.
Deja vu, you know.
Although that's not a bad. He's
no,
only
I'm
got
c-betting
the
this.
one
You have
over. And he's got,
This is probably about
unfortunately, early position. So he's never going to raise this. He's going to call it or fold it. Yeah, he does call it.
yeah,
Call.
Rishi will be sticky with a second. Yeah, that's a very
Yeah.
bad turn,
Yeah,
obviously.
You know, you're just thinking to yourself, 90% of the time, Optimize has got an ace or a king here.
Yeah.
Or spades. Pretty much he doesn't beat anything. He doesn't even beat most bluffs.
Optimize with a healthy bet here. 400.
Rishi looks like he's just been told he needs another colonoscopy.
Yeah, his these cards are going in the muck.
Looking at his stack, though, is he thinking frisky?
He has some nefarious thoughts happening, but yeah, he thinks better of it.
Yeah, it was just a brain part. This too shall pass, Rishi.
100% in his head, he thought, will he fold if I jam at some point in those few
That's a
seconds?
good card.
Great card.
That's great card.
I know Rishi's down the most, but he's really fun to watch. And
Yeah, I
even
like
though
it.
he's down the most,
Yeah.
of course, a lot of that came down to the one huge hand ace queen versus ace king. But
Yeah.
Live 20, live 40, live 20, live 40.
he's
on.
Live 80, live 80.
managed
No,
to be down a lot while looking like he's playing really well.
Live 80.
It just the way he plays most of his decisions,
Oh, that wasn't
while
good that you had a
aggressive or
six.
loose at
That's 90.
times, you can
Really?
Yeah,
understand why he's making
sixes?
he did.
I got
What
you
to do?
cold
Yeah.
called
he's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, dude, I'm
Try
gonna
and
send you.
hit.
You know what?
You know,
I'm
it's
gonna
always
send
a,
you the Toronto
the
Masterclass
better players to me.
Good.
I'll
My
listen
Lord,
to them when they come away from
calling
a
that
big loss, and I'll hear
out
them
of
say things like,
position.
how'd you
The
play?
hungriest
That's
set
what I'll
liner
ask.
ever
How'd you
heard.
roll?
yeah.
Because, all water flows downhill, so I don't really care about what happened. How did you do?
Well,
They're really good players. I did this with Scary Theory one day. He busted out and I played.
I was extremely limited on outs going into that hand.
After busting out, he still had confidence in his
Oh,
game,
yeah.
and he had a realistic expectation of what his play was. So,
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for that because I'd have a tendency to drive home, hitting myself in the face with soft objects, irritated,
Yeah.
and if I do donk something off or I make a terrible call that I knew better than to make, that's legitimate. But a lot of the times, it's kind of like the golf game. You come home and tell your wife, and she says, "How did you play?" And you say, "I played terrible." And she goes, "But you always say that. So what you're really saying is I played average." You're not having
Yeah,
a realistic
that's true. That's a good point.
expectation of what
Yeah.
as G Money hits the king queen.
An optimized top set base is big hand
I misheard.
for him.
Rainbow boards, both of them. 2-4 is actually the best on the top, and that's what Charlie has. But he folds.
Oh, wow.
He does not want to play his wheel, and I don't blame
Don't
him.
blame him at all.
Nope.
Get
That is
yourself
the
in all
worst
kinds
hand
of
in
trouble.
bomb pots to hit.
King of hearts, 8 of hearts on the turns.
Evan's got a piece of both of these now. With the
Yeah,
hard
Evan
draws.
now nut flush draw does not get
Misses.
there.
And it looks like we don't have a straight on top, so the aces are good. Although ace 5 might think they're good. And didn't see what it was. It was a diamond on the bottom, smaller diamond.
It's
Or
like we're
clubs
getting
on
it
the
loaded.
top.
There we go, 7 of diamonds.
Yeah, so 5-6 is the Evan who's got the best hand on the bottom. Coming from behind, beating the king queen. Optimize had a lot of scuba ability. Could have hit a 10. His set's good right now, and he only loses to 2-6.
Yeah, what's going on?
G money out of there and
Good, this time. First time.
optimize in folding formation.
That was cursed the first stream game.
This card.
It's a really big bet to call to try
Hey,
to
by the way, you
Yeah,
only
hope
need
to
20
win
bucks.
Great
half
bet by Evan. Yeah,
You only
great
need
that
20
many
bucks.
straightening
'Cause I'm
cards.
ready
So
to
yeah,
find your forwards.
Yeah.
100% agree. Great bet.
That's exactly what you want to do when you got squad douche on the top. I mean, he had
Oh,
5.
interesting.
Six,
Yeah.
five. Yeah, no, you just had the 5. You just want to pound it and
Okay.
give somebody
The king
target
bottom.
as having
4
a
unbottom.
second, third, fourth nuts
Blue hair
and
and blue hair
out. So
Yep.
you scoop.
on the river.
I've had so many players say to me, "Why did you bomb it? You ran so far out." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm trying to clear the room. I
Yeah,
don't give
yeah.
a dang about one player. I
Oh,
want
I
to
had
clear the room.
aces on the other.
I'm not thinking about dead money. I'm thinking about all the money."
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Auto.
And that always
Auto
shuts
up
them up.
to.
But I get what they're saying. They're trying to
No, let's see.
Well,
complain about, you know,
Auto up
and it depends on what street. And yeah, but
I don't want to put on the 25, 40,
but yeah, just always playing to just build pots is not the most profitable way whatsoever.
and it's usually that player that does call you that is irritated by it.
Yeah.
They had the nuts on the other board, and they're like, "Oh, why did you bomb that? We had 2 players that could have called." I'm like, "Dude, I'm trying to get the mofos."
Yeah, I was
all
trying
out
to
of
get you
church."
to fold. Yeah. 6 high board, top pair for G money.
You want to join the game or not? You want to join the
Not a
game
whole
or-
lot working here for
Is it over?
optimized and backdoor straight possibilities.
Why would you do that, Jay?
Just
Backdoor
want more
flush.
people doing it. I don't- You don't.
Just so you know, more people
Doesn't
is
matter.
always good. Not always.
G money is going to bet top pair and
You're right.
get a raise
Yeah.
from
I want you to
optimized.
join because I want to talk with
And G money quick call.
you. Yeah.
Pop building.
But you're right, for sure.
Ace on the turn. Probably a bit scary for both players. Check, check, and optimize is going to river him with a pair of 7s.
Yeah, we've
G
seen a
money
couple of
is
those tonight, haven't we? Middle to low pairs that get counterfeited by a bigger pair at the end.
yeah. If we get to showdown, G money's going to be disgusted when he sees optimize's hand.
the 7.
Wow, you have a 7, really?
That's always the reaction. Always. And really an amazingly large pot. As we get the optimized in.
Relax, relax,
Yeah,
relax.
what's wrong with the camera?
I knew he was going to be disgusted when he saw that. That was
horrible,
perfect reaction.
It's a horrible.
Right?
That was a poker hand.
So
There was a couple of
close.
players that played poker.
Yeah, it was
It-
gas.
it was-
was the gas
inferior
music.
The
hand.
gangster river bet. Gangster music. It's because I'm a gangster.
Yeah, you're about as the least
Yes.
gangstery human being on this side of the
Well, don't say we.
world, the universe.
Well, you're not. You're not donkey.
Well, folks, this is our last hand for Hold'em. Somewhere between my guess, Kiwi's guess, and Whammo's guess.
Smoke weed
Right?
every
We
day.
have 112 hands tonight. John with the small pair.
I don't know if I'm going to let you get away with that, Uncle T. I was technically closer.
Technically, it
Well,
was a
yeah,
push.
I was 2 away and you were 3 away.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this.
So the 2.5 doesn't count. You know, it's like you don't
Yeah,
want to like.
you're not gonna deny me the throne of king.
the throne. Which is that one of those porcelain thrones? He's wearing the crown.
Optimize bets his flush draw, and John out of there with just a pair of threes.
Tiara.
And to the final hand.
Jesse cranking it out tonight, doing a great job. We thank Taz for his work, his stellar work, rolling out those last couple of cards slowly after all in bed. Thank you, Taz.
Did you put the
Thank
40
you,
on
Kristen,
J-Way?
for hard work. All our late
You can't
staff.
say it if you don't do it, buddy.
Appreciate all of you that have been on the stream tonight. This is Uncle T.
It's hard
with
enough to get the
Whammo.
20 for you.
And please join us next week. We'll have the
See,
VPIP
if G-Money
Madness,
says it,
VPIP
then it's okay, because he does
Island,
it sometimes.
whatever
No,
we
she
call it.
always put the straddle. How can I?
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
That
G
will be a lot of
always
fun.
does
Of course, we'll
20,
be live
no
streaming
question. If
two
you ask him,
nights.
he'll do 40
The
also.
following
Exactly.
week, the Monday night 100K final table, and our 5-5.
Raise here from G Money, Ace Queen off. Optimize
Change a lot.
out of there with
He was
King
only
10
for
and
seven, refused to
wow,
battle.
raise and take it from G Money, and that'll
That'll do her.
end the stream.
And he found it. He
Yeah,
found
he
the button.
found.
Any final
he
thoughts,
found
Uncle
it.
T?
It's being a real.
You know,
man. He's being a real. Man.
The real
All the
man.
world needs is love.
It's a great way to end it. All right. Well, I am Kyle Whammo Frisbee. He's Uncle T. This has been TCH Live from TCH Social in Austin, Texas. Y'all have a great night.
This early,
night,
Kyle? You
everybody.
don't want to play a little after stream?
Nah, I got a bit of a headache.
I got a bit of headache, huh?
You play a whole day?
Huh?
Did you play a whole day?
No, but I got here on time.
Me too.
The stream's over?
Stream's over.
Yeah, too, sir.
Yes.
You want to toss me chips for Vegas and booking? For, yeah? Oh, sorry. How much was the comedy show? How much was the comedy show? Do you remember? Yeah, let me check. Let me ask.